Hey guys, it's me. Happy Sunday morning. I got to go to church at 1 o'clock. So, oh, hello y'all. Um, well, I had an interesting time. I was at work. Sorry, I totally need to get me a Coke. Anyway, I was at work. I don't drink Pepsi. Ugh. And I felt weak, and it's hot as hell in there. It's like there's no air. Okay, let's just be honest. It's unbearable, and I have this autoimmune disease. And well, well, I had a real bad episode, and it was so bad that I almost passed out. Had to call the ambulance. My blood pressure got way down there, 30 over 50. I know it's hard to believe. They couldn't find a pulse. Blah, 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 blah. Just a day in the life of me. But to make a long story short, they're mad at me because I had the ambulance come to the store. Well, technically, it's their fault because they didn't fix the air. That's how I feel about that. It's not my fault. I can't help I'm sick. I take my happy butt to work, sick or not. I am so sorry, guys. But I know it's been a while since I got on here, and I wanted to let y'all know what was going on in my life. What's going on in your life? I hope you're all doing good. Today's blessed Sunday. It's the Sabbath. Saturday is not the Sabbath. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Sunday is the Sabbath. And I'll be going to church here in a little while. But anyway. Oh gosh, guys, I am so sorry. I'm sleepy. I think I don't know how many hours sleep. It wasn't much. But I gotta go in that hot store today and deal with all that. I just pray that they change their ways, that they're a little nicer to me, and that the air conditioner gets fixed because it's really at dangerous levels in there. It's so hot. Hey, how you doing? Who's watching? Oh, hey, how you doing? Happy Sunday. If you go outside, please stay hydrated. It's really dangerous. I am so sorry. I am so sleepy. Good night. But yeah, so I gotta work today, and then I'm off Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm gonna work a long shift Wednesday, and then I think I have a short shift Thursday. Go back, and then Friday and Saturday I'm off, so I have the whole weekend off. So yeah, that's a good thing. They hired a new girl and they cut my hours. They're actually punishing me because I got sick. Hey, hi, how you doing? You want me to say hi? Hold on. How do I say hi? Let me see. You doing okay? That's good. So I'm gonna give myself some advice. People are so cruel, guys. They're so mean. You can't trust them. You just need to do your thing, keep to yourself, take care of yourself, and just, keep the faith. Stay in your faith. That's what I do. I stay in my faith. Last night I was doing some karaoke at my house in my bedroom. I really, really enjoyed it. I got a karaoke machine from work, and it's really cool. It looks like a skull, and it lights up the mouth and the eyes, but it sounds really good. And I played with that for a while last night. I guess a couple of hours. And then I was watching some. What was I watching? Oh, Paranormal. Gosh, I am so sorry. Paranormal 911, which is a pretty good show. I was watching that. Its people are fascinating me. How you doing? Hey, how are you? How you doing? I can't pronounce your name. Hi. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, I got my morning voice. Hey, all Fractured. I hope you're doing good today. Hope you have a wonderful day today. But yeah, guys, life is hard, and people make it harder. And hey, all Fractured, you doing all right? I hope you're doing good. You know, we need to be nicer to each other. We never know what we're going through. We don't know what journey the other person is on. Then maybe just when I go to work, I dress up nice. I dress up cool. I have my goth days where I wear all black. Then I wear my mini ears. Then I wear cat ears, and then I wear a lot of glitter. And I just try to make people smile, and that's what we're here for, guys. We're here to love each other and to, just be there for one another. And that's what I try to do in my small way. But I love glitter. I love jewelry. I've become a lot more stern than I used to be. I've been walked on, abused, betrayed. But I'm not broken. I'm not broken. I'm doing great. Because Jesus fixed me. He took my broken pieces and fit them all together. He told me it's not falling apart, it's coming into place, so don't worry. Trust me, believe in me. Keep your eyes on me, and that's what I do. But yet, in my small way, I try to make somebody feel good. I try to make them... Oh, God. I think I got gnats in here. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I gotta work today. I got to go back into work and deal with their BS. And it is BS. And y'all are only people I can talk to about it. I mean, my friends, of course, which... They're all snakes. I don't trust any of them. None of them. Not one of them. Well, two of them. They flip on me. I mean, one day they're nice, the next day they're a butthole. And I'm just like, why? What have I done but be nice to you and do a good job and keep the front clean and keep customers happy and get them in and out? So I'm standing up there at the register, right? And I feel faint. I mean, I feel faint a lot. Lupus is a bitch, okay? Lupus is a real bitch. She takes no prisoners. So, and I call it a she because most of the problems in my life start with a she. Well, and a he. I mean, really. But, I'm standing up there and I get dizzy and I start rocking and I try to gather my composure. Have my hands on the counter, trying to ring this customer up, and I'm just getting sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. And I'm like, and there's nobody but me. There's only one cashier. You ever notice when you go to the store, there's only one cashier? It makes no sense to me. What if something happens? What if somebody comes in and starts shooting? That cashier will have nobody to back them up. It's not right. It's not safe 2 cashiers at all times. You need your freight put out, hire people for freight. Don't put your cashier's life in danger. You know, it's just stupid. Hey, Terry Smith, how are you? Always 2 cashiers up front. Makes it easier for the customers to get in and out, and it also protects the cashiers. You need at least 2 cashiers. So anyway, I'm standing there. I am so sorry. I'm okay, Terry. Thank you for asking. So I'm standing up there at the register, like the good little cashier I am. And I feel so sick, and I am trying to get through this order. I am trying so hard to get through, and I just feel so sick. And my customer looks at me. She goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." So I keep on going. So I walk back there. So I walk back there to my manager, and I say, "Look, I need somebody. I need you up here. I'm sick." "Oh, everybody's sick." She says to me, "Everybody's sick. My brother died. So-and-so's having a bypass done. Everybody's sick." Well, that's what she said to me. So I go back to the register trying to do my job. And you're not going to believe this. And she goes, so I'm standing there, and my customer goes, "Are you?" I'm getting obvious. It's getting obvious how sick I am. She goes, you want me to scan this and put it in the bag for you?" And I'm like, and she's trying to take the security tags off herself. I'm just lost. I'm just sick as I don't know what. And she goes, Are you okay, honey?" And I'm like, "Not really. Can I go sit down a minute?" Which is a no-no. You gotta have your feet on the ground and move like a shark all day till you clock out. Company rules. You can't sit down. The only way you can exit that store is if it's in a coffin. So anyway, I sit down for a little while. I come back to the register, and I'm still sick, and it's getting worse. Then my eyes start burning, and I'm like, "What in the?" And then I just like, "Oh my God, I got to sit down. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God, it's just terrible." And so I call my manager. So the lady says, my customer says, she goes, "Look, you want me to call the ambulance for you? Do you need some help? Do you need some medical help?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, I need to call the ambulance. She goes, "I'll call the ambulance for you." So she calls the ambulance for me. I call my manager. "Look, I've called the ambulance. They are coming to get me. I'm sick." She comes up there. I don't know what she said. I didn't really care. I go sit down, and she just can't believe she's got to bring something up, you know. And I'm just like, "You can handle it. You make more money than I do." And so I'm sitting there, and that sweet lady, I'll never forget that. That was so sweet of her. Other people can see my sickness, but my bosses can't. They don't. They won't. I'm faking. Why would I want to feel like crap all the time? Why would I want to feel like I'm going to throw up, pass out, weak, joint pain? I mean, why would I want to feel like that? It's so stupid. So to make a long story short, I'm at work, get sick. Here comes the ambulance. They're doing my blood pressure. They're asking me what's wrong, and I'm telling them. And they're like looking at each other, and I'm like, they're handing the cuff back to each other. And I'm like, what is going on here? Y'all don't know how to tell blood pressure? Well, I mean, I'm not a nurse, but they couldn't get my pulse. They could not get my pulse. And thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. They couldn't get my pulse. Then they said, okay, your blood pressure is 30/50. Well, that didn't really register with me because I was going unconscious. I was drifting out, but I wasn't awake enough to know that I felt bad. And I told that they picked me, they took me in the ambulance, and I got real sick. I said, I feel so bad. And she goes, I know, honey. So they started giving me Zofran immediately and giving me fluids on the ambulance, and kept asking me what my name was and stuff like that, what my date of birth was, who was the president, just simple questions to make sure. And I told her, she goes, are you getting sleepy? And I said, yeah, I'm getting sleepy. She goes, please don't go to sleep. They didn't want me to go to sleep. They thought I was going to go unconscious. So, to make a long story short, I went through all that from 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, the day that happened. I was hooked up to a blood pressure machine, monitored from 4 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning of that following, that end that next day. So I was there for a while. Nothing to drink, nothing to eat, nothing. They didn't want me to drink or eat because they had to do tests. They tested me for my lungs. They tested me for my heart. They did a CAT scan. They checked my blood for urine. They did a urinalysis. They checked all kinds of things. Everything came out fine. So, to make a long story short, thank you so much, sweetheart. So I'm thinking, somebody's gonna call and check on me for my job. They didn't call me. They didn't check on me. And considering it's their responsibility to cool that store so that doesn't happen. Now, I'm not a hateful person. I'm not a vindictive person. And I would never, ever go to court over something like that, because that would hurt people. That would cause people to lose their jobs. They would lose. I just couldn't live with myself. But anyway, I'm getting all this attitude. And I'm like, do you realize how close I came to dying in your store? And you are more concerned about having to void out a transaction that I was doing before I almost passed out and died in your store. I'm not making this up, guys. They think I'm faking. Why would I want to feel so bad all the time? Why would I want to feel weak and dizzy and tired? Why would I want to feel like that? Nobody would. Trust me. So anyway, I go in there, hand my paperwork for my release form to my boss so I could be released within 3 days. And she starts going, well, you were out this day. You was out. Can you work tomorrow? And I'm like, tomorrow? Because I'm still wiped out from being dehydrated. I was severely dehydrated, and it caused me to almost pass out. At work, in a store. Not outside, not on the sidewalk, in the store. And so I'm standing, I'm going, my boss is up there, and I'm like, oh, there she is. And I'm like, thinking that she's going to give a damn. And I'm thinking that she might be a human being. And I just get this attitude. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you not understand that I was taken from this store in an ambulance because of health reasons? How could you be so cold to me? So I'm going to tell you guys something. It's made me hard. It's made me, I'm not taking it anymore. Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you. And I thought these people were my friends. When I started working there, I was like, this is just paradise. Everybody's so nice. They love me and they help me. And I get good at the register. Oh, to hell with me. Run that register. Run that register. You can't have any drinks in the cooler. You have to go to the back, which is the storeroom. You got to walk all the way back to that hot storeroom to get a drink. If a certain person is working, they won't let you go back there and get anything to drink. So you either have to spend your money and buy a drink in there, or hide a drink in the back of the refrigerator and the cooler. And I've actually had people try to buy my drinks. That's what caused them to know that I have my drinks in there. They were like, oh, it's just... I'm like, no, it's not for sale. We don't... Why is it in there? And I'm like, well, it's my drink and I have to keep it cool because it gets hot up here. So, it doesn't end there. So I'm sitting here yesterday, and my boss was supposed to text me my schedule. And I knew what was coming. So I got my friend to text me the schedule. Sure enough, I'm working today. And I find out I was supposed to work yesterday, which I'm glad that didn't happen. Because it was 12 to 5, and that, with my sickness, that's a long time. That's way too long. And especially in that hell house. So I'm just like, are you kidding me? They weren't going to tell me. It's what it felt like. They are so mad at me because I got sick and caused attention to their precious store. Which frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. I really don't. I love my job and I love my customers and I do love my coworkers. They just don't love me. It's like somebody put a kick me sign on the back of me and they just keep kicking me. Let me charge my phone. I gotta go to church here in a little while. I work at, I can't tell you what store I work at, but I work at a little like 5 and dime department store. I'll just put it that way. It's not a big chain. There are a lot of people that I work with. There's so many people that have come and gone. It is so very hard to get good workers. People who do their job and look after their co-workers, and I always do. If I'm in good health when I go to work, I will always take care of the front end. I'll sweep it. I'll clean the bathrooms. I love cleaning the bathrooms. I get off the register and I can be by myself and listen to my music and I haven't got to deal with them. I love cleaning the bathrooms. I used to hate it, but now I'm like, yeah, I'll clean the bathrooms. I sure will. An hour later, here I come. But, I just don't understand why they're so... I guess it's because I drew attention to the store. I don't give a damn. My health comes first. To hell with that store. My health comes first. My body was saying, huh, will I keep streaming? I'll stream for a while, sweetheart. I stayed up last night and did karaoke on my little karaoke machine, and I'm tired from that. But I have insomnia, which is hard. And I will not drink an energy drink no more. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love doing karaoke. I got a little karaoke machine. That's really cool. It looks like a skull. It's perfect for Halloween. I love holidays. Um, but yeah, so I got to go to church at 1. I got to leave here. I got to go. I go somewhere and sit there for a while till I got to go to work, because it's cool there. I don't go sit at my job anymore. I used to go sit at my job before I went in, and I would just like talk to everybody. Hey, y'all. Not anymore. No. Because they will ask me to get on the register, and I'm not. So I just go to the other place right down there, get me a drink or whatever, just sit there and just chill for a couple hours until I got to go in there to the hot house. But you know, it's hard enough to work a job without having to deal with people who are just buttholes and just want to be, you know, disrespectful, dishonest, and just, you know, straight up mean people. And these people were nice to me when I started this job. They were nice to me. They liked me. They thought I was cool, because I always dress. Well, I can't dress at work. I have to wear a uniform shirt, which I hate. And it's hot as I don't know what. It's polyester. And I wear that shirt, and I wear jewelry, and I don't know. I'm feeling probably gonna dress up with some my goth stuff today. I do that. Little black earrings and stuff. But I always wear my cross, because my faith comes first. But yeah, so, you know, I don't understand why they're mad at me. And I'm to the point where I'm going to say something. I'm going to say, did it bother you that I almost died in your store? Did it bother you that I almost passed out? And my boss told my coworker, she's like, well, 30 over 50, you would fall out. I went to the emergency room. Don't you think that's falling out? What a dumbass. Really. What an idiot. What a fool. But I'm going to try to have a positive attitude today, guys. I swear I am. And I'm going to try to be a light and shine, and just try to make my customers happy, and try not to die in the heat, you know. But isn't that hard to believe that somebody would actually do that? I mean, just let you suffer like that. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Redonkulous. Ridiculous, redonkulous. You say ridiculous, I say redonkulous. But anyway, I've been watching, that's enough of that crap. I don't want to talk about it no more. It just makes me sad. Makes me sad how people that I respected, looked up to, and thought they really liked me. These were people that I broke bread with. I went to their home. Christmas, Thanksgiving. And now they barely talk to me. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. I don't know, sweetie. I'll try to get back on tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, maybe I'll get on tomorrow. It'll probably be in the evening sometime. Um, maybe 6 o'clock. You think you can do that? If you have a job, let me know. I mean, if you want me on here, you want to talk to me, that's fine. You can also follow me on, let me see. I'm trying to think what my name is. You can look me up on Facebook if you want. Oh, you're only 12. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you for joining my feed, sweetheart. Yeah, it was rough. It was really rough. And to be sick like that, and to be in such a dangerous situation, and then for people to get mad at you. Oh, you're only 12. Wow. I remember when I was 12. Believe it or not, when I was 12 years old, I was playing with my Barbies. I didn't go out. My dad was very strict, which I'm so grateful that he was. He was a devout Jehovah's Witness, and I'd stay home and play with my Barbies, and that's what we did back then. We didn't have internet. I did go skating back in the day. I did go skating. That was fun. I didn't have a lot of toys when I was a kid. I lived in the room with my brother and my mom. She was a neat freak, and she wouldn't let us have much toys. We had very minimum in our room, very little, which I don't blame her. And I lost my mom February the 2nd, and that was hard, but she was in a nursing home, and that was a hard thing to deal with. But Terry, I really appreciate you joining my feed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I gotta go get me something to drink. I'm getting sick, baby. I got to go to work in a little while and face the world. I love you too, Terry. I love you too, sweetheart. And I don't do adult content on here. I may say a swear word every now and then if I'm upset, but I try to keep it PG. I really do. But sometimes I just get frustrated. But I will never have anything on here that is unseemly or vulgar or anything like that. I'm not like that. I'm a good person. So, Terry, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining my feed. I hope you got some interesting information about what it's like to work in retail in a hot store in July. It's not a pleasure cruise. It's not without air conditioning. But you have a wonderful day, sweetie, and when I'm back on, feel free to talk to me, okay? And you take care, and God bless you, okay? Have a beautiful day. If you go out, Terry, please stay hydrated. It's so urgent. You're welcome. And you drink some water, sweetheart. It's okay to have sodas and stuff, but keep water and Gatorade with you at all times, okay? All right? Well, I'll talk to y'all soon. I love y'all. God bless and keep you. Peace be unto you until we speak again.